What is going on, guys? It's Trick coming at you with another Binding of Isaac video here on the channel. Today I think we're going to be playing something a little bit different and playing a greed run. Now, I'm not the biggest greed fan, but I'm actually not much of a greed fan. I actually don't like greed, believe it or not, but I think it can be a pretty fun game mode once in a while. And you know, it's one of those game modes where you kind of have to like get ahead early. If you know what I mean, like you kind of have to do your best to get ahead. But with Mr. Me, this kind of opens up a lot of value for us because one, we can get a lot of these items for free, potentially, right? Potentially, like that. Oh my god, that's insane. The only thing is that we can't really reroll if we get the item that way because the item's gonna vanish. But we can use this for devil deals. We can use this for items in the shop. We can try to reroll. If we have batteries in the shop, the odds of getting the item just go up exponentially because we can afford to pay for whatever we need. Like if we need an item, we can use Mr. Me, and if he doesn't get it, we can use the battery to charge up Mr. Me again. We're already at an incredible tears rate for such an early start here. Look at that. 3.74 damage is also not bad at all. We have okay movement speed, pretty good shot speed actually, and pretty good overall stats. Not the worst. All right, so now we're gonna re-roll this over here and see if we can get ourselves the battery. Battery could be maybe worth it, but we're gonna get 2 per room. I don't think it's gonna be too big of a deal here. See if we can get something else. Yeah, that would be really good for us actually. Let's go. Oh my god, we get double charge on our items, on our Mr. Me, which means we technically don't have to leave the room. That's really good for us here. Yeah, Mr. Me is kind of a dumb item for this game mode. And I feel like greed's not really like, it's not the most how do you say it? Not the most balanced when it comes to some of the items. There are a lot of items that are really good on greed, and that's because they're not balanced around it. They're balanced around the main game, which is obviously regular Isaac runs. But greed pretty cool, and I think Mr. Me is a great item for greed. We do want a battery. We're gonna try to reroll a little bit here. I mean, we'll just take the damage here. We can take that. What will this give us? Damage, range. Ooh, I don't think we need that. We also got a double charge here, so we're gonna go for the double deal. Apparently one of our bosses is like 9 bombs, so we should be able to like potentially open doors, get a free devil deal, get free items from the shop, and we can double charge it too, so we have 2 chances to get whatever we want. And ooh, oh man, oh, I don't know, Jello would be amazing. Ah, this is a big. Yeah, I think we go with Jello here. As much as Mr. Me would benefit it, I think Jello is just the better item. Not bad. I think Mr. Me is only losing to an item like Jello. I think Mr. Me is good, and it's probably one of the best items when it comes to the greed, but I think that Jello's just better. In almost every single aspect, it's going to be better. And the fact that we can like double charge it as well for a room like this would just make the room 10 times easier. Now, the only thing is that we have to have a double charge whenever we do go fight Super Greed, because if we don't, then we're only going to get 1 Jello. So unless we get 4.5 all, which is definitely still possible. We can just keep using this actually. No need for us to stop now. Yeah, it looks like we only have 1 greed, but we actually have 2 of them. Like literally back to back. Thank you. We probably will get that damage up in the shop. No, we don't have homing, but Jello does. Not homing, but he aims it pretty well. I look at that. Wow. Very nice. Got a little bit of HP here, which we do. We can actually take Whore of Babylon here. We could lose this card. We can take it. We'll take that. We'll take the key. I think we're gonna keep the rest of this money. Yeah, we do not need Blood Puppy. Believe it or not, he's actually not the worst for greed. Blood Puppy can actually have some pretty decent synergies, but not the most worst. Is there anything we can use a bomb for? How do we have bombs also? It'd be worse to like blow these things up here. Yeah, you can sometimes find money, and I guess we can blow this up too. Might as well. All right, nothing too good here. All right, cool. We walk out with Jello. We walk out with more damage. We get Whore of Babylon as well. Very, very happy with this result. Curse of the Unknown. As long as we don't get a Curse of the Blind, we're okay. Now this will break the game. We can do it. We can definitely do it. But it might take a while. We can break. Should I do it? I don't know. Nah, let's not do it. I'm sure most of you have seen the game break in that way. We already have a bunch of tiers here. At some point, we have to decide when to stop re-rolling. We are technically wasting a lot of money. I wouldn't mind Speedball. Oh, we can take this at the end, actually. Now, I guarantee you he's not going to stay alive. He'll be around, I guess. So what you do with the D20 is that you will spawn a bunch of enemies. I mean, you will spawn a bunch of coins, and then you can use the D20 to keep on re-rolling those coins. And at some point, you can create an endless loop of things spawning, like chests and stuff, that will eventually give you pretty much every item. Super good, really convoluted, really tedious too. Doesn't always work the first try, but it is pretty consistent, I would say, at showing results of how we did a lot of the Tainted Lost greed fights. Especially when they get you greedier, where they don't really give you a lot of money. I have no idea what we got hit by there. Yeah, our damage is wild. Oh boy. Yeah, the fact that we have the battery means we have to double charge it before greed. I think with 2 Jello we should be okay. Oh my god, he almost hit us. Got a random greed fight. I shouldn't have used it here, but all good. A little bit more money up here. I don't think I'm gonna take Speedball. I think I'll re-roll this one more time. On sale. I guess we'll just take damage here. Not the worst. I think stats are probably the most important in greed because you're stuck in one room and you kind of have to figure out how to live. If you don't have the stats, especially with Eden, Curse the Blind. All right. If you don't have the stats, then it's gonna get really hard for you to be able to stay alive here. Oh, a charge penny. I mean, I don't even know if it's worth going for any of this, to be honest. Got to go for the room in here. It'll be really hard for us to really buy anything. We might have to just skip buying things in general. Just Curse of the Blind. It's probably the worst thing you can get on greed. I'm actually a believer that you should not be able to get a Curse of the Blind on greed because it literally counters the entire game mode. You know, when the whole gimmick is like buying things from a shop and you cannot see what it is, like that's kind of dumb. That's what I mean. It's not really like super. It's not really super like balanced, I guess you can say. There are a lot of downsides to greed. I'm sure those of you who have played greed will know. Mr. Me would have been very interesting though. I wonder how that would have turned out. It wouldn't have been this strong, at least not through pure damage. We might have gotten some good items though on the way. For free. Very nice. Oh, that who's alive? That shouldn't really be too much of a problem here. We should be able to take this dude out right away. Yep. Wonder how many jellos we have on us. I think it's like 3 or 4. Oh yeah. Hungry soul. Did we forget Lost Soul Buddy? We did it. That sucks. What about one item? Okay, that's good. Oh, I did forget Lost Soul Buddy. That's that really sucks. It's not good though. Not too much of a problem. Not much we could have done there with Curse of the Blind, to be honest. All right, so we need to. Yeah, I'm not even thinking twice about that one. Well. Oh no, thank you. That is a 7-cent item that we could reroll. Never mind, it's not gonna reroll. Okay. Yeah, let's play that. Depression's good in game, of course. And another HP upgrade. I kind of wanted to buy that HP upgrade. I'm kind of glad I didn't, because I would have gotten one for free. Oh, I didn't see that guy. What the hell? I think right now we just need a few tier effects. I think damage-wise, while we could use more damage, I think we're okay. Like, it's not the worst, and I think we can manage. Of course, I would want more damage if I could find it right, but I think a good tier effect is what we need right now. You have the mulligan, which is like Guppy Jr. We got that going for us. But yeah, the game pretty much played itself at this point. With all these jellos. But like I said, we do need the stats because we're only going to have 2 max. Unless we get the 4.5 fall, which we can find. Look at it in the pool. We cannot rule that out. If we do find it, we're pretty much set. Oh, the whole guy died and the horse didn't even make it off of him. Oh, wow. These are some pretty good stats that we can get. Okay, so we're going to take that for sure. I don't really take anything else, to be honest. That's too much HP we're losing. So now we kind of need some HP, actually. Yeah, that wouldn't have been bad either, but we don't really have the movement speed to justify taking that. Man, I really wish I did bring Lost Soul Buddy. I don't think he would have lived past this floor, but we would have gotten one free thing for free at least. All right, wait, let me check the shop real quick. So for sure, we have to have at least two pickups here. We can do the whole floor, but we got to make sure that we save 2 charges. Just in case. It's pretty much end game. I also want to try to not lose any more HP. We might have to stock up on some HP in the shop, to be honest. Like, Greed's not super hard, but he does have a lot of like those little RNG attacks that make the run a little bit harder. If he catches you just right, he will smack you. We can actually take that before the fight. Yeah. I wish I didn't walk out, but we're gonna just stay here. We're gonna have to tank these bosses without Jello because I don't really know how many more waves we got, and I want to make sure we have a full double charge on that. almost one shot the worm, at least the first stage of it. Nice. Oh. Whoa, whoa, everybody relax. What's going on here? Did I just enter the fight club? Okay. Not the best place to be in, you know. So we're gonna have to stock up on HP here for sure. And we just spawned on it. We get guppers, which we can't really use. Ooh, what do we get here? 1 coin. Thanks. Thanks, game. All right, so we're gonna take that, and then we're gonna just haul it through some. I would like some more HP, preferably. We can take booster pack. YOLO. Lover's card, stem cells. We can't take that. We can't take a full card. Can't take that. Can't take that, and we can't take that. Now, I guess we'll take this for HP, but that's pretty much all we can take. Yeah, let's get out of here, bro. And we have a lot of damage. We should be able to handle greed here. Of course, this guy just spawns right on us. Thank you, Isaac. So we gotta use all this damage here. Make sure we destroy those, because then he will spawn ads. If we had something like at the main, we can actually really benefit from that. But right now, we're not in the best spot to be taking on too many enemies. Nice. The bomb effect we really have to worry about. You have these attacks where the coins turn into bombs. And those things will kind of chunk you from pretty far away. But anyway, guys, that should be it for today's run. I hope you all enjoyed it. Kind of a short little greed run, but it can be fun. Maybe we can include it more in a bit more, in a few more videos or something like that. But anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Make sure to hit that like and sub button so you don't miss any more of my future Isaac content. And like always, I will see you all in the next one. Later.